After 35 years of trial and error and some tribulations for sure, I think I finally cracked the code. Or at least I created a cheat sheet. Let's get into it. Watch my video because it's my birthday. What do I give for my birthday? What do I give for my birthday? What do I give for my birthday? Bring it in, yes. Hey friends, it's Bree Simone here, and today I'm reflecting on 35 years of life. We're getting old. The lessons, the wins, the oh my God, why did I do that moments. If you are looking for wisdom, motivation, or even reassurance, I just want to give you a little encouragement that we are all just simply trying to figure this thing called life out. So what better way to celebrate my birthday than to let you guys know 35 things that I have learned in 35 years. This list is not in any particular order. This is just about life lessons that I was thinking of at 3 o'clock in the morning when I realized that your girl is about to be 35 years old. And I have a full list that I created for you guys. So I'm gonna start from the top. Number 1 is for the people who have never seen it done before, show them. Don't bury your talents. You are meant to be fruitful and you're meant to multiply. And so for me, I will say for the past few years, actually not even the past few years, I was recently laid off, and I remember that there was a particular person that kept coming from my old job, kept coming to my LinkedIn page every day. And I'm getting the notification, so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. And I was so hurt that I got laid off. And then I was just like, the audacity of these people to keep coming to check up on me, not to see if I'm okay, but just to see like if I'm doing bad, I guess. And I remember I had one of my best friends, I was talking to him and I was telling him like, these people keep coming to my LinkedIn and it's getting weird. And you know what he said to me? He said, people are always going to watch what you are doing. Now is your time to give them something to see. That was the best advice that definitely helped me think like, hey, just because people are watching, the ones that you don't want to watch you, they're gonna watch you anyways. You still gotta show up and you still gotta show out, okay? Lesson number 2. You can start over as many times as you want. You can create 30 different lives this year alone if you want to, but don't be afraid to be seen trying. Lesson number 3. Oh my gosh, you can tell I was really like tired typing this out. This is crazy. I've been on this wellness kick, so if this sounds crazy, it's just because of that. Lesson number 3, you can only get rid of fast food slowly. That's the lesson that I'm learning right now. I have been in the gym, and as all the years that I put on like all the great food that I wanted to try and I wanted to eat, I'm learning that these 5 pounds are not dropping as quickly as I wanted them to. How did you get here? I cannot believe I put this. And then there's a part 2 to this. It's not that skinny jeans don't run in your family. It's just that no one runs in your family. And that's my family. That's our portion. But just know that it starts with you. So my family, we have all been on a health kick lately, and I'm so excited to see our progress. Number 4, you are deeply, romantically, and unconditionally loved wholeheartedly by someone, even if you haven't met them yet. And if you haven't met them yet, or you don't get a chance to meet them, at least Jesus loves you more. I think I had a moment where I was kind of not debating, but there was like a battle, like an internal battle where I was like questioning, like, is love really for me? I know that sounds crazy because I feel like I give love like to everybody that I meet, but just kind of in my dating experience recently, I was just like, man, like, why doesn't it work out for me? Or why hasn't it worked out for me? And I had to tell myself like, hey, just because this instance did not work out or the past ones did not work out does not mean that the future doesn't have something brighter or greater planned for you. Lesson number 5. Those people are not your friends. They are your coworkers. That's a hard lesson that I had to learn this year or this past year. I thought that we had this solid group of friendship, but when it came down to it, I started to see people really show their true colors. And then I had to remember, like, I did not sign up for this job to make friends. I signed up for this job to make money. And it's tough that we have to go into situations like that, because I've had previous jobs where I have lifelong friends. But I will say, like, you know, in this last instance, like, it is what it is. My grandmother also always told me, your coworkers are not your friends. I don't know if that hits home with anyone else, or maybe it doesn't apply to you. Just, if it doesn't apply, baby, let it fly. Number 6, baby, overthinking will not solve your problem. That's a self-explanatory. Find solutions, find a strategy, find some goals, and execute. There's so many nights where I like literally stayed up all night thinking about like all my problems and, oh my gosh, I don't have a job. Where's money gonna come from? Like, this is right before I had recently got laid off, and I was like staying up, literally probably getting no sleep at night and just kind of going through fumes throughout the day, because I felt like I was going to be laid off, and I felt like something was coming. And so I was extremely stressed. I was having issues in every aspect of my life, even my health. And I was just like, man, like, me overthinking about this situation is making it worse. Let's create a plan. Let's get some things done. Let's create like actionable items only. Okay? Sorry, there's an ambulance. Gotta pray that they are okay. Lesson number 7, stretching is necessary. That's self-explanatory. Do you want your body to hurt the next day? Absolutely not. You need to stretch. You need to be stretching every morning. My goal this year is definitely to become more flexible and to do more mobility stretches, especially when I'm working out. I'm tired of walking around feeling like after a leg day, I can't sit on the toilet or I can't stand back up. No, we're going to stretch. Lesson number 8, learn how to spell without your phone. The way the word inconvenience, necessary, oh gosh, what else? Received, those words used to tear me up, and I made it a point to learn how to spell it just in case. Turn me loose, okay? The way I could not spell the word inconvenience, and I knew I had it wrong, and if I would have just took a moment to spell or to practice spelling like I wanted to, we wouldn't be here. But necessary, I think I got it down. NEC, not NES. That's funny that I put stretching is necessary, and then I put learn how to spell without your phone right after, because I think while I was typing it at 3 a.m., I probably was messing it up for number 7. Okay. Lesson number 9, never shrink to fit in any box, because you were made to stand out. I remember growing up, people would always say like, oh my gosh, she talks so much, or oh my gosh, she's always talking, or she's always like bubbly. Like, that's just my happy medium, and that's literally like where I'm at in life. And so I remember like always trying to like shrink myself in rooms to make other people feel comfortable, but baby, I do not care anymore. Here I am. I feel like once you find yourself trying to be like others, like, what's the point? If we're all in here trying to be like person A, no baby, be yourself. Lesson number 10, never settle for what's familiar, because it will always be there. And that is on period, poo. Lesson number 11, save your money and learn how to invest. If 2025 has not taught us anything, baby, get your coins together, okay? And if you don't have your coins together, I have plenty of books and resources that I can tag below that can give you a start. Right now, my family, we have like weekly finance calls. So we talk about different things that we can do as far as starting businesses and starting to invest and starting to pay off our debt. Like, we want to create generations of wealth within our families as a small group. Now, as we get our finances together, we might branch that out and share that with the world. But right now, we are trying to make sure that our intermediate family is taken care of. And I encourage you to do the same. Even if you have to be the one to start it in your family, at least you start. Lesson number 12. This is personally for me. Press record and keep your camera equipment nearby. I have this like box thing that you can see right here, and that is all my camera equipment. It's my tripods, my fanny packs, my lighting, all of that fits in there. Not all of it, but the little stuff fits in there, but it's near my desk, nearby. I need to practice better habits of pulling the camera out and not just waiting days to film something. So I bought a DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and that's what I'm filming on right now. Shout out to your girl. I bought it because it's easier for me to pack that than it is to like pull out my phone. I sometimes don't want to pull out my phone just because it has a big, huge pink case. This is it right here. But I'm just like, this thing is huge. And so for me, it's easier to film like outdoors or in other public spaces with my DJI camera. Normally in the house, I film with a different camera, but we use what we have. Make sure that you have like a lighting or at least a little mic and get the content done. Sometimes we actually stop at start because we're not fully equipped. You don't need tons of equipment to just get started. Most of the time, most people are just filming with their phones. There's some of the videos on my YouTube channel that are just filmed with my phone, and I had cameras, but I just had the convenience of just having my phone at the time. And so all my content creators that are looking to start your own YouTube this year, that is definitely a great tip. A lot of people don't tell you. Make sure that you have your camera equipment handy and charged, because as you can see, my light keeps going out. No, don't do it. Charming. He's sleepy. He's trying to bark at the neighbor's child. Hey, do you want to have a home? Baby, we'll find you some business. Thank you. Tip number 13, don't let your fears stop you from doing what you want to do. I remember in my last role, even though it ended, there were a lot of things that I did for the first time that I was terrified to do. Like I got on this stage in front of 50,000 people to present an award. I even got super comfortable in front of the camera by way of like being their like TV news anchor on their social media channels for their YouTube. I remember when they asked me to present an award for Google, like on behalf of Google, and I was like, oh my God. I remember being in studio in front of like my team, and like all the times that I like messed up or had to pause or had to keep going back over my words. There was not an option for that when you're completely on stage in front of like, was it 60,000? 50 or 60,000 people. So I had to make sure that like I was pronouncing words correctly. I was taking moments of pause, but I was like, man, I got this. I got this. I'm terrified, but I got this. Tip number 14. This is for my natural hair girlies and my gym girlies and etc. Whoever fits the mold. Plan your hairstyles ahead of time. I seen someone on TikTok. It was a beautiful creator on TikTok, and she created a note in her phone, and she created a mini calendar, and it literally had like January's hairstyle, February. Like she was so detailed to how she wanted her hair, because I don't know if you're familiar with it, but hair depression is a thing. Like when I don't know what to do with my hair and it's not acting right or doing right, like I feel like it kind of makes me like lack in certain areas. So I'm more apt to being lazy. I'm more apt to like not leaving the house or going to an event if I don't have my like hair done. And I kind of want to make sure that I'm prioritizing like showing up for myself and showing up for others. And I can't show up for others if I can't show up for myself. So that starts with the hair, okay? Number 15, we are going to retire pleasing people this year, okay? It is okay to be the villain in someone's story. Number 16, and this is an important lesson that it took me years. Yeah, I'm still learning this lesson, okay? Know when it's time to leave the party. Don't hold on to people that let you go. Like know when it's time to say, hey, I'm gonna throw in the towel on this one. I remember like when I first was going out, I used to be like the last person there at the parties or at the clubs and stuff, and they would close. And I don't know why. I think one day I realized like, baby girl, you do not have to stay until it's closing time. You can go home, and you can go home early, and you go to bed early. Number 17. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I just want to put that out there. But if you have the opportunity to pay off your credit cards, pay off your credit cards, okay? Pay them off. Use them if you need them, but pay them off, okay? And there's so many different ways that you can pay them off. You can do the snowball method. You can actually pay the one with like the highest interest amount and kind of knock that down, so that way you're not accruing like the most interest each year. There's plenty of ways. Again, I did mention that I'll be putting links to a finance book or finance book suggestions in the description box below. Number 18, personally, this is just my thing. And now I'm not a nutritionist, okay? But I believe that we have been lied to when they said that coffee was healthy. Baby, it is not. When you stop drinking coffee, you get these headaches, you start missing it, you start craving it, and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. So I have now officially switched over to become a full matcha girly. I love matchas. Well, I had one. She's gone, but Christina's gone. Coffee is out of here. Now, I will try occasional coffee now, but I won't try it more than twice a week, if that. I think I went without coffee for maybe 2 or 3 months, and I was just kind of going off of like, you know, life's energy when I would go to the gym, and I'm just like, man, this is intense. I think caffeine in general, like as I age, I just don't want to be like hyped up on caffeine. I think I want to like start to go to bed at like a decent time. Number 19 is your path is different for a reason. Do not let others put negative words on your hopes and your dreams. And you don't let anybody stop you. Now, you can get some information. If it's not helpful, you know, take what you need and leave what you don't. But go do exactly what it is that you want to do. And don't let the fear of others become your fear for your life. Okay, 20. The timeline that you have for yourself doesn't have anything to do with God, because he is the one that is steering the ship. I remember I'm in this period of my life where I'm just literally like, instead of grasping at straws and trying to take control every which way I can, I'm like, God, you got it. Like, you got it. You take the wheel. I don't know what kind of car this is. I don't need to know. I don't know where we're going, but yes. It took me a while. I was kicking and screaming to get to a place where I'm like, God, you can have full control of everything in my life. And now I'm just literally like, if God knows the steps that we're going to take, he's already ordered our steps. That means he already knew what it is and what it's going to be and what's going to happen and what has happened. Why am I trying to walk off the beaten path? Number 21 is like similar from my last video. And if you haven't had a chance to watch the video about the Daniel fast, this is actually like part of the dream that I had while I was on the Daniel fast. But again, I'm going to keep saying this. There are dreamers and there are doers. Which one are you going to be? Number 22. Now this is important. Okay. Listen to me when I say this. Some of those plants are not meant to live at your home address. Okay. And that's okay. Some stay alive, you know, some don't. But some of those plants just aren't meant to live at your address. Like, they are for the professionals. If it works out, cool. If it doesn't, it may regrow. If it has a little nodes on him, you know, cut it, put it in some water, try again. I have a plant that has died on me 3 times and I have resurrected it 3 times. And, you know, it's dying again. There are some plants that will not enter into my home because I know that my thumb is green, but it's light green. So it's not as green as it needs to be, you know? Number 23, this is for my best friend. I love her dearly. However, crispy bacon is a scam. I do not like crispy bacon. I like mine a little, you know, chewy. You know, when it comes to like regular like pork bacon, give me a little softness, a little soft chew. I don't need it to be crispy. That takes away the flavor and makes it taste burnt, and it's a scam. Number 24 is, I think it comes to like meat and food that I'm buying. I'm learning that I'm leaning fully into the organic train. So I put organic or forget it. I think in my head at 3 o'clock that rhymed, but it does not. I'm on a wellness lifestyle change. And so I've learned that some of the things that I'm putting in my body, like before I used to go to the grocery store, I never read a back of a label until the last person that I dated. They literally had me reading literally everything that I was purchasing to see like how much sodium is in there, how much sugar is in there, how many calories, how many carbs, like what are the ingredients, and are these helpful or harmful ingredients? And so I'm just like in this place where I'm like, I'm not afraid to touch anything because I know my like favorites. However, I will say like, I don't need to get it if it's not organic. It's best to just go organic if you can afford it. Because maybe sometimes we make exceptions. What's the cart total looking like? Lesson number 25, perfect your craft, but also be open to trying new ways to do things. Number 26, you can finish that salad container that you bought that's sitting in the back of your fridge. anything. If I can finish the salad that's in the container, I can do anything. Lesson number 27. If you want to stay fine, bedtime is at 9. You need your beauty sleep, and you need your water, and you need to mind your business. I've learned that when I was I was stressed to the max, anxious, everything. And then I was like, let me just start going to sleep early, or let me take some vitamins to help me, or some tea to help me like get more rest. And I learned that the more sleep you get, the better life goes. And if you're not up scrolling on your phone, put your phone down like an hour or two before your bedtime, read a book, or have some just chill, low light level things, and you'll have an easier time, hopefully, to go to sleep. Number 28, and this is just a personal one, while I'm just exploring the idea of like joining the dating scene again. A good pickup line will work every time. 29, make sure that you're advocating for yourself at all times. Lesson 30, and I have been saying this literally my whole life. We are all one decision away from having a completely different life. And as you see what's going on with the world, that is more real than you think. One decision can change the entire trajectory of your life. And that could be good, or it could be real bad. Number 31. Now, this one comes directly from one of my best friends. Hey, Buddha. She literally tells me when I'm having moments of like self-doubt or fear, she literally has like a moment of pause and says, breathe. We can do hard things, friend. And that has literally like stuck with me. I love her for that, because I literally, whenever I have moments of getting anxious, why do I feel teeth on the back of my foot? Hey, go get your toy. Go get your toy. You don't have to bite on me. We're friends. And so now when I'm approaching something, like if I'm nervous or I'm fearful, I'm like, you know what? We can do hard things. Even this, like, not that I'm afraid to be on YouTube or anything, but to be in the front of a camera, it's like you're really showing your, hold on. We're really showing yourself, you know? So I have made a complete list this year of things I thought were hard, but we are going to accomplish this year. And I'll share that in another video. Number 32 also comes from the same best friend. I had a moment where I was doing like comparison, and I was looking at how many other things this person had, how many people how many followers, subscribers, all of that. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, I only have blank, and you know, I'm building to get to like this grand number. And I looked at somebody else and I was like, oh, this person's famous. They only got this. And she was just like, girl, why are you looking at everything like as a deficit right now? She was like, every little bit counts. And so I'm learning that every single person that follows me, every like that you guys give me, every comment, like, I really appreciate it, because I'm just in this phase where I'm not afraid to be seen trying, and I'm not afraid to be seen trying something new. And so I appreciate you guys for being on this journey. It is not a deficit. We're all in this together, and we're going to win. Number 33 came from that famous TikTok. I cannot remember the name of the creator, but she did a video, and I love her videos, by the way. But she literally said one of her favorite quotes is, what you are not changing, you are choosing. And that is such a powerful statement. Number 34, coming in hot. Put your scarf on your head at night. Number 35, never stop singing your favorite song. I know I said song, but like apply that to whatever you got to apply that to. If you have a favorite dance, if you actually know how to do the Tamia dance, and every time you hear it, you get up and do it and it brings you joy. Like, never stop doing the things that bring you ultimate joy. Don't lose yourself in the busyness and distractions in life, that you forget like the things that make you you and like set you apart and brings you complete joy. Like, every now and again, I have this joyous meal my grandparents used to make all the time. And I remember like learning how to cook with my grandpa and watching every move that he would make in the kitchen, right? And so when he passed, like every now and again, I'll find myself like making his favorite meatloaf, which is also my favorite. But every now and again, I'll make his favorite dish, like the cornbread, the meatloaf, the cabbage, the setup. And I even have like one of his plates that I'll put it on. And in that moment, it takes me back to like that joyous occasion in my childhood, that I'm just like, man, like this was beautiful. Life was so beautiful to me then, and I never want to lose that. With that being said, if there are things that are bringing you joy, or if there are things that you enjoy that you just haven't done it in a while, I hope that this encourages you to give it another shot, give it another try, give it another go, whatever it is. Like, if you like listening to Cleo So, Janae Aiko, the list goes on, Beyonce, whoever it is, play that song or do that thing that like brings you ultimate joy, because we only get one life. We are only here for a limited time, and I want you to enjoy the time that you're here for. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. As I'm turning 35, I'm just so grateful to be here. I'm just so grateful for what life looks like for me right now, and I'm excited to see what's to come. I've learned so much in 35 years, and I am truly blessed. Truly, truly, truly blessed. Thank you. God is good. All the time. Hallelujah. Okay, friend, I hope that you enjoyed some of the different life lessons that I've learned. If you can relate or even have extra tips for me, go ahead and put it down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can see more uploads like this. Like this video and share it with your friends. And to all my 1990 babies, the best is yet to come. Okay, the best is gonna be yet to come. Are your 30s the best? I don't know. Cheers to 35 years. That's the best matcha there. I know I made it right. 35, 30, 30, 30. Why is my dog licking my feet right now? Sir, I'm recording. It's a whole dog on my ankle. He wants to be a part of the video. Charming. It's not your turn. He's literally trying to climb up the chair. If you have made it this far, go ahead and add a pink heart to the comments. What is that, a heart? Oh, it's pink behind me too. Oops. Go ahead and add a pink heart in the comments below, and you may just be having coffee on me for my birthday. We'll see. I'll pick a winner. Take care.